All right, here with Jimmy Kennedy, you are 1 week removed from the World Team Trials and making your first senior level World Team. What have you done the last week? I know you had an opportunity to have a few days off, but you were in here yesterday, I know, working out again. So what's the last week look like?
It's been a lot of relaxing, a lot of busy work trying to arrange for my family's travels to Uzbekistan, and just really trying to coordinate with people and raise some money and get my name out there as well. So nothing too strenuous, but I'm looking forward to getting back on the mats and getting rolling here soon.
Well, and give a quick plug to that, because I know you're looking to bring some family members out there, so you have some support out there. So where can people donate to your travel funds?
So there's a website called GoFundMe, and basically it's a little Kickstarter type thing. You put your message out there and people have the opportunity to donate or do whatever they can to help with the cause. And so mine is just basically trying to raise money so my family can go out and watch me wrestle. But if you go to GoFundMe.com and you Google Jimmy Kennedy Wrestling, I think that'll come up.
Yeah, or I know the links on your Twitter account.
Yeah, and also,
what's your Twitter account?
Jimmy Kennedy 60.
All right. All right. So going back to last week, you sat out the mini tournament. What kind of advantage was that? Because you've done it both ways. Last year you had to go through the mini tournament. Did you feel like it was an advantage for you this year?
Yeah, it's nice being able to have that day just to relax and not have to worry about when you're wrestling and all the little details that go into a wrestling tournament. But I definitely enjoyed that a lot better. The only downfall is you don't know who you're wrestling yet, so you're just waiting throughout the day to compete, and a lot of times that can take a toll on people mentally wise. But as long as you don't think about that and try to block that out, then that's the best thing.
When you had wrestled Coleman Scott in the U.S. Open final, so were you when he emerged from that mini tournament and that's who your opponent was going to be? Were you able to kind of throw together a quick game plan for the series?
Yeah, you kind of always have a game plan with these guys because you wrestle them so many times throughout your life and at all these training camps and everything. So you kind of know how you're going to wrestle going into it, whoever emerges. And once I saw that he did win, I was able to really focus on what my strategy would be.
Okay, and how did that first match go? It was a little slow start for you, a little scare at the end, but was it really important to get that first match?
Yeah, I think so, because then you get your confidence up and you really start feeling the flow of things, and that proved to be a big difference maker. But yeah, that first match is just getting the rust out a little bit, and once I started shooting more and really controlling things, that's when I really changed the pace in the second match. Okay.
And second match, did you feel like you went into that one with a head of steam?
Yeah, the one thing I just didn't want to do was to relax too early and start coasting. I really wanted to make sure I sealed it early, and after that 4-point move, I knew if I stayed in good position, I could win the match. So.
Did you feel like he was starting to slow down a little bit? Like maybe that mini tournament was catching up to him a little bit?
A little, not really during the match. Yeah. A little bit after watching, he wasn't shooting as much, being down, and I knew he was going to look for a last-minute score, especially in that first match. But it's hard to feel those situations out unless a guy's completely hunched over and breathing hard. But during the time of the match, you don't really think about that as much.
Okay, and then what's your game plan to kind of get yourself back on the mat?
Just get some light workouts in here and really get my joints feeling better and stuff. It's crazy. I've been dieting so hard, and as soon as I start eating crappy for a little bit, I don't feel as good, and so now I'm getting my diet back together and just getting all those things lined up that I need to, that I had done previously for the trials.
What's been the biggest difference over the last year? Because last year you were right there and you just fell short, and then this year you're the guy, and you win and you're going to represent.
I can't really say. I think just experience and being in here with Andy day in and day out, and really learning the sport of freestyle. All those overseas trips that I went on definitely helped, and once you start winning, it's like a snowball effect. Your confidence starts building, and I think that really helps in these tournaments.
Do you think, so over the last year, your brothers moved here, you know, is on the Michigan team, so he's here all the time. Lainey, your fiance's moved here.
Yeah.
You had your sister here. Does this all help, you know, your just overall environment here?
Yeah, I think so. One thing I was talking about with Sean yesterday was not taking too much on your plate going into these trials here. And I told him that when I'm excited and I'm really looking forward to all these different changes, it really motivates me, and it's fun, you know, when you're excited to wake up in the morning. So I've had a lot of things that I've been working on throughout this year, and when you're coming into the practice room excited, I think that's when you get your best workouts.
Okay, so few workouts here, and then when are you leaving town?
The following Monday.
Okay.
Not this Monday, but the following.
So quick training camp, and then I know you're going to Italy. Are you excited for that? Yeah.
I don't really get to go to many places like that.
Well, then you get to go to Uzbekistan.
Yeah, that's the places I'm used to.
So what's your attitude going in there? Obviously, you have a lot of confidence, and you expect to get on the podium. So does that give you a lot of momentum going into that tournament?
Yeah, I think so. Had a great training camp. You know, a month and a half out, and I feel like my level's already up here, and just to really fine tune and dial in on winning that world championship, I think this next month and a half, I don't really have to worry about my cardio. You know, that's right there. I just have to worry about my wrestling, my weight, doing the right things, and I think I'll be on that podium.
Do you like this quick turnaround, or would you have preferred a little bit longer?
No, I don't mind it. I would have liked a little bit more time to help with the planning and stuff for my family, but in terms of wrestling wise, it's nice because I don't have to worry about falling out of shape or really going off the deep end with my weight and everything. So in those regards, it's pretty nice.
Okay, Jimmy, good luck, and we'll be following you.